Okay, so tell me, how did you meet?
That's a long time ago. But we met on the internet and also spoke by phone for 10 plus years. And then he came out in 2011. So after doing all of that, he decides that there's problems where he was living with
Well,
that person, and he
There was,
came all the way.
there was some domestic abuse where I was living, and I got tired of being, my head popped into the walls. I drove straight through from Michigan to here without sleeping.
All the way to
Ocean City.
Ocean City.
So he pulls into your, wherever you were living in Ocean City.
I remember him coming out of the little trailer, travel trailer, and here is a big old man, bear of a man. I'm like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? It was pretty rocky going for a while, you know, and then after being on the internet and on the phone, we knew that we had a whole lot of things
In common.
that were like parallel in our lives, and that bond is hadn't
Yeah.
been broken. You know.
It's just really nice to have you get this new person in your life, and you're going along every month trying to work out issues. And so in May one night, I was talking to him, and next time I hear is this, that shook the whole trailer. Boom, like that. His head missed the bed frame by about an inch, 2 inches on. But that was his first stroke. No, we were homeless from April because they actually evicted us wrongfully from the trailer park. We were in debt at the get-go because I was taking my money and his money and trying to make it go, and it was almost impossible.
And so when we went from Fur Lane, we were leaving that night, and a policeman stopped us. I was stoop over my walker and had my things, and he where are we going? And we asked him where's a good place that we could sleep. So we went into the woods. He told us where to go, and went in the woods that night and slept that night, and ended up getting a tent. And we spent that winter in the tent, and it would be. I didn't realize how cold. I didn't think about the ground being so frozen underneath you, and so I had gotten a propane heater, and we'd warm up the tent with that a little bit, but there was no amount of stuff you can put under you with the clothes and stuff to keep you warm.
My name is John Terranova. I'm a board member of Interfaith Works. The shelter is open to pretty much whoever needs to get out of the cold and rain, if there's room, it's been full every night, so it's difficult to get in. But being a low barrier shelter, all people are welcome to come in and have a restful night. Low barrier just means to come as you are, that we'll take you in, and we'll meet you where you are.
There's a passage in the Bible that says, "You have clothed me, you have fed me, and you give me shelter." That's what it did. Yeah. I mean, I had never been in a situation like that. It's a steep learning curve. I tell you that. You just try and keep some forward motion, and that gave us that space to rest and recoup every day.
Providing shelter for 40-some people each night is the best that we can do today. It's vitally important for the well-being of the shelter guests, for the community, to help people be in a better life situation. The best we can do ultimately is for everybody to be living in a place of choice. The navigators work with the shelter guests to help the guests navigate the issues that each individual guest has to be in a better position to successfully make the choices that they want to make. The navigators help the guests get into a position of being able to make their own choices and be successful with those choices. I was able to buy a house and make it available to homeless people transitioning out of homelessness at a price point that they could afford. I got connected with Dave and Charles through Interfaith Works Navigators. The Navigators were instrumental in helping Dave and Charles to do their work with Sidewalk, to understand that part of moving into housing.
I came over here, and the first time I opened through with Ann, I guess it was, when I and looked in the door, I said, "It's the most beautiful thing, that I've seen in many years." We're letting go
Yeah,
of things, and
it's gonna
that's
take time.
it's like you have written down full lives, full potential. And it's like, at my age, I want to have that happen.
So is this charity?
I think of this more as, I think this is social justice. I think people who are able to provide assistance to people who need some degree of assistance, I think that's social justice, and that's what I'm trying to do.
But if you take one person and you get them housed, and then everything else will fall into place.
Responsibility is, two-way street. I don't think that would be charity. I don't think that would be, it's just maybe responsibility, because I love those people, and somebody loved us, That's the best way to say it.